Hello everyone, welcome to our page Physio Preachers. I am going to teach you about axes and planes. So let's continue with axis. What is axis? Axis is a line about which a movement takes place. And plane, what is a plane? A plane is a surface in which a movement takes place. There are three axes which are perpendicular to their corresponding planes. There are three axes. First one is sagittal, second is frontal or transverse, and third one is vertical axis. Sagittal axis is perpendicular to frontal plane, frontal axis is perpendicular to sagittal plane, and vertical axis is perpendicular to horizontal plane as well. Moving towards the first axis, our first axis is sagittal axis, which is always parallel to the sagittal suture of the skull. It means it is always parallel to the anterior posterior direction. The second axis is frontal or transverse axis, which is always parallel to the transverse suture of the skull. The last axis is vertical axis, which is always parallel to the line of gravity. As we know, all the movements of the body occur at joints, so all the axis passes through the joint. Now, let's talk about the movements which occur at axis and in planes. All the abduction, adduction and side flexion of any joint will occur at sagittal axis and in frontal plane. Flexion and extension of any joint will occur at frontal or transverse axis, which is always perpendicular to sagittal plane. And lastly, the rotation of any joint will occur at vertical axis, which is always perpendicular to horizontal plane. Let's talk about some movements and later on we will discuss about its axes and planes. If we talk about abduction or adduction or side flexion of any joint like abduction and adduction of shoulder or abduction or adduction of hip joint, it is considered to occur at sagittal axis and in frontal plane. Same for any flexion or extension of joint. Let's take an example like flexion or extension of shoulder. It is always considered to occur at frontal axis or in sagittal plane. And the last movement is rotation. So let's take an example like circumduction of hip. It is always referred to occur at vertical axis and in horizontal plane.